here and it didn't work. So we're going to have to figure that out. So we're going to still work through the kinks. So thank you for being with us. So we are Graybill and Downs. Yes, I know, Jonathan. It said I had to go to the mirror image of the thing and it's not working. So again, everyone, thank you for liking and following us here on Graybill and Downs, hearting us as we continue with this uh, live. So it's our first one. So please bear with us. So we are Graybill and Downs. If you'd like to make some comments, if you have any questions why we are going, we tried to do a little private one yesterday and it didn't work out too well. Well, it did work out well. So we're still learning some kinks here on YouTube. We've been having some issues with our TikTok account. So actually, we had decided to start here because they keep restricting us. But a lot of the functions. Oh, hi, Patricia's here. So good. So we're still trying to work it out, Patricia. So we did one live yesterday, and it didn't. It went pretty well. So we're happy. So at least we were having slow comments here. We tried to work out that they don't have a mirror image, which they said you had to go into your camera, which I had that set up, and that's not working. I had a gentleman here yesterday that said my voice was okay, but on TikTok yesterday. We tried this too, so hopefully we'll do. Well, hello there, everyone. Thank you for liking and following us here on our first YouTube um, video or live stream. So we are a Southern English inspired home fragrance company. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been featured in Vogue, W, Garden and Guns, New York Times, a lot of a lot of other publications. Um, this is our logo. We're still trying to figure out the flip image on here, so we're having some issues with that. So again, everyone, it's free to like and follow us, so hopefully you get on and like and follow us here. So today we're basically going to tell you a little about the company, some of the directions we're going in. We're actually going to be working on some diffusers. Here, I think I can say Wicks and Things, who is here. She also has a great company that sells candles out of Kentucky. So give her page here too a like and follow. We would both appreciate it here. So just to let you know. So we launched over 10 years ago. We're a Southern English inspired niche home fragrance company. We have numerous different collections. We offer free shipping over $100. We offer flat rate shipping of $12. Um, and then we do ship worldwide. Just to let you know, we're based out of Atlanta. During Christmas, we had an order go to Zurich and also Paris. Yay! So slowly making it. So I think once we launch our perfumes, more people internationally will be buying that too. So we'll get into that in a few minutes too. So if y'all have any comments or questions along the way, we greatly appreciate it. Just like and follow us here too. It's free to subscribe here. Not many things are free. So I'm just so excited that we're having 10 people here. I think we're doing pretty good here today. So as I mentioned, we offer 20 different fragrances across numerous different collections. So all 20 fragrances will come in our classic candle, which is a 65-hour burn time here. It's a soy paraffin wax blend, just to let you know. Yes, when I figure out the flipping thing, it might help a little, but we're still working on that. So when you get that candle, you will also get a little candle care card that comes on top of it. It basically tells you how to utilize and get the best usage out of your candle. What you want to do is on the first, oh, good morning, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us today. I guess you can see how many people we have here. So Jonathan is he moved to Texas, so he actually used to help us here at Graybill Downs, a valuable team member, I guess you could say, part of the lab. So hence the lab coat. But he was here yesterday as we were trying to figure this out. And we tried, oh, thank you for the hearts. We tried to figure out how to do we said go into our camera and do the mirror image, which did not work. So I'll have to figure that out today too. So whenever you burn a candle, it's the most important to let the first burn go all the way to the edge of the glass. Then from there, you won't have what they call tunneling. If you ever go to like Pottery Barn, you know those big, beautiful pillar candles. The premise is it burns down and the wax doesn't burn out versus a taper candle. So what happens is you want the first burn to go all the way to the edge of the vessel. They call that a pool. And then 5 + 5 equals potato. Yes, I guess so. So we were just on TikTok a minute ago, and I'm joking not. Um, some of the comments, we got one comment that said, "Have you ever given anyone a wedgie?" So I guess you are going to get a lot of different comments here uh, while you're live. So if you have any comments or any questions about any of our products, please let us know and we'll try to answer it. That's what we're here for. So versus taper candles, which will burn and go on the side. So then you can extinguish that. Now it's temperature based, so whatever, if it's hotter out, it will go quicker. If it's colder, it will go slower. So basically this little candle care card will help you with it. And it's good for any candles that you might want to uh, buy in the future for any company. Now we also offer another candle. It's our Noir 1932 candle. It comes with a beautiful silver embossed label. Actually, we have a gentleman in Napa Valley. He does wine bottles, and so when we decided to do this, you can sort of see it with the lighting. It bounces off. Um, that it was part of that. And actually, while we were here yesterday, I'm just going to see if any more is leaving comments because we were having some issues with people leaving comments and they weren't scrolling for some reason yesterday. Now, it also comes beautifully packaged like this. It will have black tissue paper. And then that candle care card, when you open it up, will have a hand drawing of Forsyth Park in Savannah. It tells you a little more history about the company, so it's a little more intricate or elevated in presentation and design. So everyone, you can go to graybillanddowns.com. There is a link, I think, in the bio, or I might have forgotten it again, but you can always go up to our profile, and then there is a link to our website there too. So we greatly appreciate it too. So guys, just be aware of that. And I see that a lot of people jumped off. I wonder if it has something to do with me talking about the website. We're still trying to learn this YouTube, as this is our inaugural um, YouTube video. So now we also offer diffusers. Now our diffusers come in all 20 fragrances, and we part of the premise of Graybill Downs is named after my grandparents from Savannah, Georgia. So if you're on our website, if you go to the About section, you can see the old mercantile building, and it tells you a little more about the history of the company. Patricia, I have to say, if you're still there, I love that I'm able to talk freely about about our website without getting banned. So Patricia has a great company too, so y'all go check her out at Wix and things too. And thank you for hearting and liking and following us. It helps drive out the algorithm. As I tell everyone, it is free to subscribe. So our diffusers, we offer 20 different diffusers. And we say on our website it lasts anywhere from 4 to 6 months. It just depends on how often you flip your reeds. Now, we tell people you do not have to flip them every week. I tell people whenever you notice it, whenever you notice you're not noticing the fragrance when you walk into a room, that's when you should do it. And actually, we were featured in Traditional Home Magazine a few years ago with Joe Malone in a powder room. So they make a great addition to your powder room or small room. And so this is our fresh mint eucalyptus and bergamot, one of our 3 citrus fragrances. We also have a basil, sage, and lemon. Oh, there we go. Got some. I've had Graybill and Downs reeds last for a year or more. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. And so our other fragrances we have in our citrus are our fresh mint, eucalyptus, and bergamot, our basil, sage, and lemon, and lastly would be our champagne and Sicilian blood orange. So our basil, sage, and lemon actually is our number 2 seller in our soaps and lotions, which we'll talk about in a minute. Again, everyone, thank you for liking and following us. Oh, all right, what are you doing? Well, just to let you know, we are a home fragrance company. I can't, someone said stop. We did a little demo yesterday and we were trying to figure out, evidently someone says I was squinting. And so we tried to up the font size, but I don't think it worked. But we are a home fragrance company, and hopefully you like and follow and subscribe here. Tell everyone it's free. Hopefully you find some of our videos sort of funny, sort of different for a luxury home fragrance brand. But that is our diffusers. Now, if you do have a diffuser, we always recommend putting it on a porous surface. Most people end up putting it in their bathroom or powder room, on concrete, marble, granite, any type of surface like that. But if you do put it on a wooden surface, we always recommend putting on a little coaster. So in case when you go to flip the reeds, if it goes down. My uncle is also in the incense stick company named Norax. Oh, well, great. So hopefully you like and follow us. Now, our reeds are actually, they're actually a fibrous reed. They used to be a rattan reed, but we went to these fibrous ones. We feel like they diffuse a little better. Eucalyptus and bergamot is one of my favorites. Well, thank you, Jonathan. It is a great scent. So out of all the citruses is my personal favorite. Fragrance is very subjective. So, but our basil, sage, and lemon is our fourth most popular fragrance seller, just to let you know. So, okay, so we'll put that back for now. This is our first YouTube live stream. So again, everyone, thank you for subscribing. We tell everyone it's free. Jonathan has another comment. Get to the tea fragrance at some point. My very favorite is a hemlock and black tea. Wow. I guess Jonathan is pushing us into that realm too. So we will go ahead and start talking about our soaps and lotions, which come in a beautiful Italian glass. Actually, these were featured several years ago in another traditional home magazine editorial on multiple pages. It was our hemlock and black tea fragrance. They had a soap and lotion, beautiful picture of it on one page with different other fragrant products for Christmas. And then they had us on another page for our Noir 1932 candle. Oh, I didn't even think I told you this. This is a 100-hour burn time, just to let you know, versus our classic, which is a 65-hour burn time. And then someone just sent, lemon is one of the greatest flavors, and since, yes, it is. We really, a lot of people, a lot of retailers that carry us, either garden centers or nurseries, they do really well with the basil, sage, and lemon because it's great for your kitchen. So, but our soaps and lotions, they're organic up to the point where we add the fragrance, just to let you know. But they do come in this little package. So our hemlock and black tea was featured in Traditional Home Magazine. Now, as Jonathan prompted us to say, so we are, we have two other more tea fragrances. We also have our Smoky Earl Grey, also comes in soaps and lotions. And then lastly, we have our Dartmoor Moss, Willow, and Royal Jasmine tea fragrance. Now, that was one of our three biggest sales increase in 2025. We had that fragrance, our English Ivy and Oak Moss, and lastly, our third most popular increase was actually one of our skincare products. It was our Renewal Body Moisturizer. Now, we have 5 different skincare products. Now, I'll just tell you, this is quite a big, it has jojoba and grapeseed oil. Now, I'm 6'2", so this is quite a big batch that you get. And we also include a little flyer with that. Anytime you order online, we do offer a little more information about our skincare, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes too. But thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. I tell everyone it is free as we're trying to grow this platform. What is the velocity of your incense sticks? It's a VOC, just to let you know. So it is California safe. So that is good for that. And we don't put a, what was I going to say about that? I'm looking at that. I forgot. Oh, well. But, so yeah, so then we have soaps and lotions. So the 3 questions we get most often with our soaps and lotions is, and they come in Italian glass, so important to be safe in California. You're telling me, Jonathan. So we offer, we will be offering this in a case pack. So this, keep in mind, this is how it's going to be coming in the near future if you decide you want to do a case pack. Because of the tariffs, we had some issues. It was a good thing and a bad thing. So usually I don't like to talk pricing, but being a small business owner, you always have to think of that. So our cost was usually about anywhere from 5 to 6K for just our boxes. And our boxes are our most expensive um, product here at Graybill Downs. I know you can't see it, but they're matte laminated linen embossed. So I think on our black candles, you can see that a little better with the linen in it to see it. But I think you can see that a little better with the light. But so then the shipping was usually double. And so because of the tariffs, we had to figure out, initially they were made in Kansas City in the United States. But what happened was when we launched our lotions are very um, emollient. So a lot of people would touch the box, and at the time they were just linen, so we had to have them coated. So for retailers or if you're getting it. So but because of that, we had to go in and try to find last year a new uh, manufacturer. We got several, and actually, I'll tell you, on Christmas Day, we got 3 quotes. They were all within a couple thousand. And then the last one, which was the cheapest, I was like, oh, the quality is going to be the worst. It actually ended up being nice, and they did an amazing job, and it was literally half the cost of our current. So it ended up being a blessing in disguise. So we're going to be launching these. We actually, this is how they came, but I think we're going to change it because you can see a little fingerprints on it. Not many. She says they can code it, but what I think we're going to do is the same type of linen embossed, and then have it with our logo here in the corner. And this is actually what our perfume's going to come like. And also, we're going to be launching one more. Actually, I had a talk with a lady last week. She called because anytime you order from us too, you will always get a little fragrance pod. Um, and that way you're able to experience a different fragrance. So Nikki in customer service handed her over to me. She has ordered several times because she also wanted to know one of our discontinued fragrances, if we plan to bring it back. We told her at this time we were not, but we still had some left, and I went down and checked, and it was still good in the lab. So if she wanted that, we can make that. But she got 3 candles, so this is going to be our 3 candle set, and you'll be able to customize whatever really classy gift box. Love them. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Yes, I know Jonathan was here yesterday, and as I told Jonathan, I was having some issues trying to get the font size up, and it says, I don't know, the 3 things I worked on, I thought I got the kinks out. It's hard to tell until you're live. So this will be a 3 gift set um, candle for our classic candles. So you'll be able to choose. So I think this would be great if you wanted to do 3 citrus candles, which we have, or 3 tea candles. Jonathan might be up your alley, but this will be great. To expand your market, collaborate with companies for incense samples. It takes time, but strong roots will grow your reach. Well, thank you. I don't know your name. It's hard to sort of see. I want to say uh, Fergati or oh, so hard to see when people are scrolling. So I want to say Sorel, but well, thank you for the advice too. We greatly appreciate it. So this is actually going to be our packaging also down the road for when we launch. We already have the sample for that. I feel like we're stacking here. This will be our DOP kit universal, but we have a lot of small. Um, we have a lot of small boutique hotels and inns that are interested. They come by and say, "Oh, do you do little toiletries for hotel rooms?" So we're slowly working on that too. But that's down the road. We'll do like what I was thinking or envisioning. This is how it comes, but it would actually fit in this with a little bag, which we're getting that done too. But that's down the road, so you know you have to think of these things earlier. But that will come in our either Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt, which is our #1 fragrance, or favorite thing to do with friends. Ask a Q&A sticker. I don't know how to do those. We'll try a sticker. The algorithm here or the AI bot is telling me to do a sticker, so I'm just going to concentrate on doing this live first, and we'll be bold with that. But the little will come in a little box. I was going to do a little travel candle, got a little sample of that. So it will come in our shampoo, conditioner, uh, shower gel. What else was going to come in? Lotion, and maybe a soap, and maybe a little room and linen spray, just to let you know. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Oh, many companies use low quality materials to make candles and similar products. If you can help you connect with companies and support your growth, you need help. I am here. Well, thank you for the the reach out. So yeah, we're always, we always have a database. So I don't think you can DM here because when we're on our TikTok lives, we tell people to DM us. If you go to our website, you could type in all your company information there, and we will keep it on file. Maybe if you have a website, we could look at that too. So just to let you know. But that would come in a little box, so we were going to do that just to let you know. So down the future. So, but keep this in mind. Also, I don't have one here at the moment. So we always customize our gift wrapping for Christmas, and we always sell out. And last year was the first time we ever had to order another big roll. But we do offer 2 holiday candles. Those are what comes gift wrap. But this year, I think we're going to expand that because so many people like um, that service. It's free. And the good news is there is low quality. There are no low. Oh, well, thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan knows because he used to help work here. So, yes, they are high class quality products. Thank you. So, where are you based now, Jonathan? And we'll hear that. So, I think he is out in Texas. So, we used to have a great store where he is located near Wichita Falls, which is in the Panhandle, called what's it called? Antiques and Interiors. So you could always go check that out too. Again, everyone, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's free. We're trying to grow this channel, and I tell everyone it is free. So these are just a few of our products along the way which we're doing this, just to let you know. Next, anytime you order, we offer flat rate shipping in the United States of $12. We offer free shipping over $100 in the United States. So basically, if you order 2 classic candles, that gets you to the $100 free. Um, oh, I can talk about this here now too. We are also offering, I can tell that you just glance and I think you are exploring markets. Someday may God bless you. Oh, well, thank you. I know. Oh, I couldn't read what he said. So, Jonathan is close to Oklahoma City in the Panhandle. So that would be the only place. And then also we have a place called Margot's that carries us in Tulsa. Um, or close to Oklahoma City. That would be, oh, I forget the name of that retailer. Okay. So next, what I was going to talk about. Oh, so free shipping over $100, flat rate shipping of $12 in the United States, minus Canada, minus Alaska and Hawaii. And then last would be we do ship international. That would be DHL, just to let you know. So then let me see what other products, and then we're actually going to start working on an order. As I mentioned, skincare. Now, currently at the time, we offer over $100. Oh, I can talk about her company now too. So everyone, Patricia here, if you're here, she also has a company called Wicks and Things. We joined at the same time here on YouTube, so go and subscribe to her channel too. It's free. She makes actually beautiful. I use it here for our cards. She makes beautiful vessels out of concrete. So that, by any chance, do you sell in another country? At this time, we do not. We used to have a store in Canada, but some of the issues, we do sell in Puerto Rico, and that would be the only companies now at the time. Now, the funny thing is, actually, we had, I know there is a, when we were at one of the trade shows, one of the booths next to us or near us, she was out of Tribeca, and she said she basically her business model. She used to represent Sierra Tadone, any in Asia, not at this time, but we do ship worldwide. I know it'd be a little expensive, so maybe when we launch our perfumes, it would be a little different. So I will tell you, we did get several orders to Europe over Christmas. Now, what we do is we always do a little fragrance pod anytime you order. That way, you're able to experience a different fragrance. But for all our overseas orders, what we do is we include 5 different fragrance pods, so you have it. Will be all 5 of our perfumes that we plan to do. We're going to start with 4. Now, every lady who works here, I haven't even talked about this fragrance, their favorite is the tobacco and orange blossom. In the East Coast of the United States, a lot of women tend to go for the more masculine scents. all the ladies who work here, we're based in Atlanta. We actually started in New York City and moved back to Atlanta. Um, so they all love the tobacco and orange blossom. And the funny thing is I actually developed it for guys, but all the women tend to like it. So just to let you know, so we will include 5 fragrance pods anytime you order any international ones, because I know the perfume will probably be about this size for the packaging, and it'll be probably a lot more cheaper for shipping throughout the world. And a lot of people I know in the Middle East, they tend to like fragrances along with uh, Europe too and Asia. So that would probably be a little more, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Cheaper in the shipping rate, just to let you know. So, but also, if you do happen to place an order here, oh, we are offering a Mother's Day special at this time. If you go to Graybill Downs, it's 20% off. That's our biggest discount ever for our diffusers, and our it will be this size. It will be for our sweet magnolia and fig fragrance. And actually, Patricia from Wicks and Things here has ordered one of our candles before in that fragrance. So that is my personal favorite out of the florals for Mother's Day. So, but anytime you order over $100, you will also get a room and linen spray. It'll be in our Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt. So this is more people tend to use it for their linens than they do for their room. So you'll get a free one of this over $100 too. Now, we started doing this because during Christmas time, several years ago, in New York City at one of the trade shows, we were at the stationery show, and she had the booth next to us, and she sold women's, it's called Bitch Sticks, beautiful candles and scent sticks, truly inspire work. Your passion shows. Now I'm going to study and calculate. Bye. Well, have a good day. Hopefully you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is free. So she had a company called Bitch Sticks. I know it's going to come up backwards, but she gives back to women's health crisis. So we were doing these in our live streams, where anytime anyone ordered, we were going to do it over $100 for Christmas time. And actually, she gave us so many extra too. And so we still have a whole bunch left. So if you do purchase an order, we will go ahead and include one of those. But this is in the eucalyptus and mint. This is my favorite. But great company. She gives back to women's health crisis. So check it out. So, oh, and Patricia said, yes, and I love it. Well, thank you, Patricia. She's talking about our sweet magnolia and fig fragrance. The only thing I'm still trying to figure out here about YouTube, as this is our first live, how to get, I don't think like TikTok has it, so you can go back in and get the messages afterwards and see what people are talking about in case it's scrolling too high. I don't think YouTube does that because it probably would have too many messages. And yes, my pants are falling down. So there, there we go. Also, haven't talked about these. We do offer shampoos, conditioners, and shower gels. Now, they will come in three different fragrances. Our hemlock and black tea is our #1 selling fragrance in that. Then our Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt. And lastly, our fresh mint eucalyptus and bergamot. Now, I have another lady here who was on our YouTube channel who found us, and she got the fresh mint eucalyptus and bergamot shower gels. And the last time we were live on there without getting spanked, she said how much she really liked it. So, yeah. Okay. So I think that talks about most of our products here. Oh, lastly, about the skincare. We do offer 5 different skincare. Pictured here is our liquid charcoal mask. I actually had a friend from Estee Lauder Incorporate who helped us with gearing us to the right producer of this, but we bottle it here. So this is a liquid charcoal mask. Also, we have a lip and eye cream, which was our #1 seller. But last year, as I mentioned, our Renewal Body Moisturizer with jojoba and grapeseed oil overtook it in sales. Then we also do have an anti-aging cream. We actually just call it a facial moisturizer to be more PC. And then I think I'm missing one, and also a serum. So those are the 5 things. And we always just include a little card just to tell everyone a little more about those products. Okay. So usually what I do on TikTok is while we're live, um, I'll either be working on an order. So currently we got a reorder for, and I could say all this, I can't believe I've been trying to edit myself for a reorder for a store that carries this. Is actually flowers or florals store slash gift shop. And her business model is so interesting how people's business models are. She actually has a beautiful flower shop in Atlanta. And so what she does is she has a table and like 18 people can sit around the table, nice big tall like sort of higher table, and they get the vases. You can buy the vases or you buy the class and they have cocktails while they're doing it. And then the whole back wall is all refrigerated glass, for the flowers. And then so everywhere surrounding the whole way is all the gift shops, so people are always coming in. So she always gets very earthy scents. And so we said for Mother's Day, would she want to try some florals? And she's doing that. So we're working on that. Now, we launched two new fragrances last year, our Black Sesame and Tonka. One of the ladies here is on the fence. She thinks it might be her favorite now over the Tobacco and Orange Blossom. And lastly would be, the second one would be our Cherokee Rose and Stone Peach. Actually, when I developed this, I tend to notice, I think a really great fragrance sometime is where you can detect um, one note or a couple notes, and then you go back in, and then it might be a totally different experience. So I feel like I sometimes notice it, but a lot of people here in the office, in the lab, we say sometimes they feel like they just notice the peach scent. And actually, during our last trade show, we had a lady from Denmark stop into our booth, and she said, "Oh, do you have any rose fragrances?" And I pointed to her, but I didn't want to put that in her mindset. Um, about how most people detect the peach, and she goes, "Oh, I definitely smell the rose." So it made me feel good. So you always second guess sometimes, but I guess you just have to go with your gut. So she had ordered our Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt. That happens to me with sweet magnolia and fig all the time. Good. Yeah, so I think it's good. You sometimes get different fragrance note, and fragrance is very subjective. So she got the Cherokee Rose and Stone Peach. So while we were live yesterday, we did these. Um, we did the Cherokee Rose and Stone Peach and also the Lilac Hyacinth English Rose. Now, I'll tell you that fragrance is probably the most potent or the most floral and the most scent throw of all our products. So you do get a really bang out of your buck with that fragrance too. So just to let you know. Also, I forgot also why I was showing Patricia's. Y'all go like her Wix and things too. So we're all trying to grow our businesses here. So also, I forgot to mention too, you can always customize a note. So Christmas time this year, I think a lot more people started sending customized notes. We also do a lot of birthdays. So if you do, you can customize a note. Now, I can say all this stuff too. TikTok wouldn't allow you to say all this stuff. So if you're in your cart area of the website, in the bottom right hand corner, it's going to say personalize a note. I actually had some lady email us saying she cannot find where to personalize a note, and I couldn't find it either. And it just said note in the corner. So we changed it. So I think a lot more people know about this. Now, also, we have a lot of people who have placed reorders from Graybill Downs online. And what they do is um, they get the little fragrance pod. And what we try to do, this is a way to experience a different fragrance. Now it's a wax pod. Just to let you know, I had another lady I talked to, a different lady last week. I get the field calls of like what's going into some of this stuff, or if they have questions. So I like it. I enjoy talking to them. So Nikki hands them over to me, and so she goes, "Oh, I put a little on my wrist." I said, we do that at the trade shows too. I said, we don't say you could do it, but you can if you want. And so she goes, "Well, what is it?" I said, "It's a way to experience a different fragrance." And what we try to do is pair it into some other or some similar notes. So if you get a woodsy note, we probably think you like woodsy notes, or something floral, somewhere along that line. Or during probably around September, we start sending out our two holiday scents. And what we also do during Christmas time too, or into that season, we also include um, because when we get our wrapping paper in a big roll, and when we cut it down, we have a little left over. So we try to do a little sample of that so people can see what's coming up for. They make great gifts. They're wrapped. So last year's was a dark, dark navy blue with gold winter scene, sort of midnight, and we had an antique gold bow. I don't think I have that. This year we're going totally different. We're going a little more modern. We're going to do a dark burgundy with gold and silver sort of Star of Jesus cross, if you know that. And then we're going to do an antique gold robe. So we're very excited about that because a lot of people really like that. Depending on my mood, I guess the balance changes. Yes, I agree, it does. So, but in that cart area too, where you can personalize a note, you can also request a certain fragrance pod. So we do have people who've ordered here before might request a fragrance pod there too. So, and, you know, if you want, we can throw in a couple more. So if something sounds interesting to you, I had a lady named Sharon over on TikTok. She had asked about our Dartmoor moss and a couple others. So we sent her 3 other fragrance pods, and she ended up buying the Dartmoor moss and loves it and wants to know when we're going to do that as a perfume. So very soon we will be having those. So it takes a long time to develop. We actually, I will show you this. So all our boxes, just to let you know, will be magnetized. So our old soaps and lotions weren't, but this is our first perfume that we've done. And actually what the bottle is, we haven't gotten the labels yet, but this is in our hemlock and black tea. We're trying to let it sit for at least a month. We did add a little note. It was March 28th. So we are letting that sit there. We're just trying to test the longevity. And actually, the lucky thing is, one of the largest fragrance producers in the world happens to be here in Georgia. So we had some issues with the hemlock and black tea. So I drove up there, talked to our new sales rep, lovely lady, Victoria. And so we were, I wanted to tell her some stuff that we did. And so we wanted to talk about that. So we're trying to streamize that because we got the samples. So for that, so I don't think I sprayed too much, but maybe I did. So again, everyone, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's free, it's free, it's free. Wow, we started off with 12 people. What happened? So I think Jonathan and Patricia are the only ones left. But thank you both for following, commenting, hearting. I think it helps drive out the out. I think I sprayed too much, but usually it's just 2. So, so let's go ahead and we're going to work on the Dune Lily. I'll just do one, and then what we're going to do is another. I want to try to at least get it to 45 minutes. I think they said that is a good time for a YouTube video. Now, on our TikToks, we've been doing a lot longer, but we'll see how it goes. So the room spray, it do a great job, and it comes in my favorite, the hemlock and black tea. Well, it does, Jonathan, and just to let you know, the perfume I just did, that will be, or the it's going to be unisex. If you're familiar with Le Labo or a lot of these other fragrance houses, they sort of have these unisex fragrances. So ours will be unisex, but that is the one we've been testing at all the markets for the last several years. We never thought that we had our perfume bottles. We actually had these black ones forever, but we're going to switch to a different one. I outsourced it from, I know I felt like I wasted so much money, but I outsourced it from another company. Their minimums were so high, but it was the lowest of all the high in America. So I found a new company. They do it. They sell it 100 at a time. So we're going to use them instead. So that way we keep our costs down moving forward. So, but everyone kept asking about when are you going to do the hemlock? When are you going to do the perfume? So people really loved the hemlock and black tea. So Jonathan, you are not alone. But I'll tell you, a lot of people have been asking you about the Dartmoor Moss Willow and Royal Jasmine tea. So that is a good sign. Sometimes it takes a while. Now, people ask me when we're at trade shows, they might go ask certain, like Sue or Peg, who help us, or Jonathan, what their favorite is if they're buying. And my personal favorite is the Marseille Fig and Cypress. So I think it finally cracked the top 10. but I did have a lady with a fragrance company at a last trade show too, from Paris, and she said she loved the Marseille Fig and Cypress, and she said this would make a great perfume. So we're excited about that too. So if y'all have any questions, ask away. That's what we're here for. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. This is our first YouTube channel. So we are Graybill Downs. We're a Southern English inspired home fragrance company based in Atlanta, been featured in Vogue, W, Garden and Guns, New York Times, Traditional Home Magazine. I saw that YouTube was now the #1 streaming place in the world. They're sort of changing and trying to grab some of that TikTok love. So we decided to do that because we've been having some issues on that platform. I know it's a little more shopping platform than here. So we'll see what happens, and we're excited to be here. So thank you for subscribing. We also have heard some good things about Rumble too, because a lot of people say that the reach on that is insane. A lot of people, I guess gamers, who say that they're on both. And I know a lot of people do Twitch, but I'm not really sure if Twitch is just, if anyone happens to know, is Twitch just a gaming platform? I'm not quite sure. Now, to hold up the back of our ribbons, we have labels. Now, the labels tells you a little about Graybill Downs. So it says, embark on a sensory journey of the unexpected with Graybill Downs fragrances. Inspired by our Southern English heritage, Graybill Downs' distinctive blends evoke a time and place forever captured in one memory. So not just gaming. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. So maybe we should be on Twitch too? But is that a younger... Again, thank you for subscribing. I think Patricia here, if you see her too, thank you for subscribing to her channel too. We're both trying to grow our businesses. Hart is a small business owner, so we greatly appreciate it. And one of the things I noticed here while we're some of the features here on YouTube is you can do a green stream. I don't know if you can do that while you're live on TikTok. So what I was thinking of doing is talking about all 20 of our fragrances and descriptions. And I don't know if it's okay to be brief on these, maybe like 10 minutes or so, little short live streams, but then clip them into shorts and stuff, but then have a background like where Cumberland Island is. I thought that one might be nice. It's a beautiful place. I used to go there. Actually, that's what we're doing now. It's our #1 selling fragrance, and our Dune Lily Cumberland sea salts inspired by Cumberland Island off the coast of Georgia. Wild horses run there. Actually, most people know it because John F. Kennedy Jr. got married there. They do have campsites. We used to go there in Boy Scouts all the time. They do have a little inn called Graybill Inn, a beautiful... Ooh. Beautiful little inn, and there's one road that transects the island. It's about the size of Manhattan, and the further you go out, the more magical it is, because then you can probably see wild horses on the beach and stuff like that. So the only thing I have to remember is, Jonathan was here yesterday and helping me with the live stream, and I swipe up because on TikTok you swipe up, and here there's a little X. So I have to remind myself, hit the X to end the live stream, because I checked on it, it was still live after like an hour and a half. So again, everyone, we are Graybill Downs. We are a Southern English inspired home fragrance company. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia. We offer flat rate shipping of $12 in the United States, free shipping in the United States, both of those minus Hawaii and Alaska, and we do ship worldwide, just to let you know. Okay. We can go a little slow on this order because I know she'll pay, but we like to we like to process, we like to finish doing it until they pay. So we know she'll be good for it, but we won't we won't have the lab pour it until she pays. Now, if you go to our 9 to 5 video here on our YouTube channel, one of the shorts, you can see the 9 to 5, you can see us in the candle room. So what happens is this is the offices, and across the way is the shipping department, and below us is our lab area. Now the lab area is where we store all our fragrances. We have a big, big vat where the wax melts, and right outside there is a temperature controlled room. So you can see sort of the tongue-in-cheek of doing 9 to 5 if y'all go to that. So, and thank you for commenting on any of our videos too. I think that also helps with the algorithm too. So pushing it out greater. So. And then our next one is our tuberose one. I'll be honest, our tuberose, we pride, boy, still smell that hemlock. We pride ourselves on having more unique blends because a lot of people come up and say, oh, another candle company at the trade shows. So I think during COVID, everyone started a candle company. And the tuberose was one of those fragrances. If people order online, they know what they should be. So that is why we have that and our peony. But it's more our unique blends that we pride ourselves on. People do everything on Twitch. On Twitch, Jonathan, do people also do like what we're doing there on Twitch? Do people watch videos too like us? And then they show products? Because I was looking at some of the YouTube, they have these third-party apps you can get, and then you can stream live, and it pushes out to all of them. So I guess maybe I should look into that. Well, we got a little rain today. Oh, the sun's out. Yes, okay, well. Another platform have to look into, so. Okay. And you know, I could not find, evidently on these third-party apps you can do it from, they do have the mirror image, but the thing is, I saw a video, it was recent, they did a video recently about the features changing here on YouTube, and they said, because you at least have to have 50 people before you can go live, and they still recommended doing it in YouTube once you hit that, because somehow you're able to clip a lot better, I guess they said, and make videos so what they want. Oh, I can't hear you. Well, Jonathan, can you hear me? Oh, I had a microphone on. We did a test yesterday and everyone said they could hear me. So I don't know. I'm heading. Oh, you're hearing me fine. Okay. So we are a Southern English inspired home fragrance company. Coraphonic, if I'm saying that right. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can find us on other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, but we've been having some issues on our TikTok with the restrictions now since new management. So we decided to start these live videos. So hopefully you're able to see that too. So we're working on some diffusers. We're a home fragrance company. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been featured in Vogue, W, Garden and Guns, New York Times, a lot of other publications. So we are Southern English, and we offer 20 different fragrances. So we have numerous different collections, candles, diffusers, soaps, lotions, room and linen sprays. We're going to be launching perfumes, and they all come beautifully packaged. So just to let you know, this is just some of our newer packaging we're going to be doing too, just to let you know. Okay. Okay, and then this will be our last one. Okay. Okay, and I know this is going to come backwards, but I'm still going to do it. This is our Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt Diffuser. It looks like this. I will tell you briefly what you want to do is you want to, it will come with a mahogany cork. I don't have one here, cork. What you want to do is wholly firm it and then twist it like you would a champagne bottle. And then put the reeds in. You're going to get 7. And then after overnight or 24 hours, flip them. And then we tell people to flip them whenever you notice not flipping. And you're going to get a little pamphlet that comes in the diffuser too, just to tell you about it. So, okay. So we're going to be heading out. So I want to thank everyone for joining us for our first YouTube live stream. The name is Graybill Downs here. I know it's backwards. Somehow my mirror image, we said to flip on my camera, actually in the app of our iPhone, but it didn't work. So we'll have to look into that too. So we are a Southern English inspired home fragrance company based in Atlanta. We offer 20 different fragrances. We have a beautiful website. Oh, I forgot to mention this too. The diffusers are great. They just last a long time. Well, thank you, Jonathan. We actually have an Easter egg. We've only had one guest on that. So there is a hidden message. If whoever finds it out first, they will receive a Dune Lily Cumberland Sea Salt candle. So it's summary. So that should help you sort of figure out the beach or nautical theme of what the Easter egg is. You can go on that there and have a look at all our different products or collections. So we are 20 different fragrances, like sweet magnolia fig, tobacco orange blossom, English ivy, and oak moss. So we started pairing our fragrances off our Southern English heritage, but we sort of expanded that into like Marseille fig and cypress, or our champagne and Sicilian blood orange. But go online, everyone, and have a look. We want to thank you for joining our very first YouTube live. Hopefully we'll see you back here very soon. We're going to try to figure out a few of these kinks, like this mirror image thing. Actually, Jonathan here said I needed to expand the font, which I thought I did that. So it's just a lot.